Greetings everyone, and tonight I want to share with you my experience from my recent trip to Vipassana retreat, my third Vipassana sitting. And tonight the video format will be a little bit different. It's unscripted, so I just want to share from the bottom of my heart, probably, hopefully inspiring you to do the same or to get clarity whether you need to do this or it's not for you. So to start with, I want to share a brief story how Vipassana came into my life, and it was completely unexpected. First time I heard about Vipassana back when I was living in South Africa in Cape Town. It all sounded interesting, but I didn't pay much attention to it. I just remembered that this is something to do with silence. You are silent for 10 days and you reap great benefits. Second time, my close friend went to Vipassana retreat here in California, and she came back full of emotions that it's so hard for 10 days, no phones, no talking. You sit in silence with 100 other strangers meditating, not like moving for 3-4 hours. And that time I thought, oh my God, this is definitely not for me. Why should I sit and suffer with 100 other people if I'm going for a silent retreat every year on my own, camping in the woods, being completely alone and isolated and in total silence. So I was kind of opposed to this idea of sitting meditating with 100 other people. But then, as you all know, I'm a Jinkies guy, so Jinkies came into my life over 5 years ago. There is one particular Jinki where Richard Rudd presents an extract from Buddha's words, and those words were about reincarnation. By that time, I was a great believer in soul, in reincarnation, all this good stuff. But that extract was saying that actually there is no soul and only karma reincarnates. And Richard Rudd was saying that this is the Buddha's words. This what was Buddha thinking and saying about reincarnation and karma. And it made me think a lot about all these concepts and ideas. And I made a wish that I want to find out the exact Buddha's words from the source, because I like to drink from the source. I always try to learn a teaching from the person who received it, or I try to read books in the original language. So I truly believe that truth can be said only once from the person who is channeling this truth. All the other things, this is the subjective interpretation of those people who heard this truth. So this is my belief, and this is why I like to do everything, to get everything from the source. And this idea of somehow finding the original Buddha's word, the original Buddha's teaching, went straight into my heart. But of course I understood that so many centuries have passed. How on earth will I find the original scriptures, right? But still, I had this wish on the back of my mind. And then several years later, Jinkies came up with my favorite course, the Dream Arc. If you haven't heard about it, Google it, buy it. It's amazing, it's incredible. It's about animal energy, animal essence. It's right brain oriented, it's very intuitive. It's about dreams, about intuition, about subconscious, and how animals present these particular energies, and how they can bring these particular messages into our lives. I won't stop on Dream Arc here because I love it so much. I probably need a separate video about it. But I was in the category of hunters, so there intuitively you need to choose an animal to work with you. And they have like pieces of animals and you just click on it. So there was an eye, it was just staring into my soul. And I clicked on it and it was a panther. So panther was working with me as a hunter. And the message of a panther was to go somewhere on kind of a retreat and be alone but with other people, be alone with some particular teaching. You need to choose a spiritual teaching, but let others help you. And I was starting thinking, okay, sounds like I need to go on one of my silent retreats for 7 days. But then I thought it won't be aesthetic. It's just a blessing for me to run away into the woods and be alone with nature. For me, it's such a blessing. It's what I'm like looking for each year. But the Panther's message was specifically that I mustn't be comfortable with it. It must be a challenge. So I started to think, what would be a challenge for me, right? And then Vipassana came into my mind, that's gonna be challenging. To be silent, surrounded by 100 other people, that's gonna be a great challenge for me. And as far as I know, it's very hard to get to Vipassana because they have so many people going there every single sitting. So I googled how to apply, how to get there, right? And I have a video 2 years ago video where step by step I explain how to increase your chances of actually be admitted to Vipassana. So please watch it. It's going to be here somewhere. And I said, okay, Panther, if I understood you right and you want me to go to Vipassana, please, they must accept me right away. And they did. So I went to my first Vipassana, so ignorant. Oh my God, I was so ignorant. I didn't know it's a Buddhist teaching. I didn't know it's a meditation retreat. I thought it's a silent retreat. Yeah, so once I heard that this is Buddha's teaching, this is the technique given by Buddha, like all those puzzles clicked. That wish to learn the original words from Buddha kind of came true because Goenka ji, who was the teacher of Vipassana, who brought Vipassana to the whole world from India, from Burma, that tradition, they preserved the technique in its purest essence, how it was taught by Buddha. And they have the words, the scriptures, the original scriptures, everything was preserved. So I'm so lucky that, I don't know, it's just magical how it happened and how Panther pointed me the way. Because if not for that, if not for my blind or whatever faith in Dreamark, because I love it so much and I listen to every animal message I received, I would never ever go to Vipassana. But okay, here I am, my third Vipassana retreat, right, this year. And I must say, though I thought, and you can watch on the video, all my insights, that I understood everything about Vipassana on the first time, when I went there on the second time, I really understood that I have no idea what Vipassana is, and I'm so ignorant again. And I just scratched the surface, basically. And now being the third time there, I understood that, oh my God, this black hole has no bottom. Like, I really need to dive in. And every single time it gets more challenging and more challenging and more challenging. If on my first time I wanted to run away only on the second day, on my second time I wanted to run away 3 times. This sitting, I wanted to run away over 4 times. Well, of course, it doesn't mean that I would actually run away, but those thoughts are so strong in your head, like your mind starts to tell you stories. And it's very convincing stories. So those people with a little bit weaker minds, I understand why they are running away, because mind can be so convincing. Believe me, it will come up with hundreds of excuses why you don't need to be there. And actually this time, 5 ladies ran away, and at least one guy, at least I heard that one guy is missing, so I assumed he ran away. But from our side, at least 5 ladies ran away. And of course, I mean, guys, when you go to Vipassana on the first day, you must promise You must say out loud that I will stay here for 10 days. You're making this promise not to the Vipassana teachers or to Goenka who already died. All people there just want you to be happy. They want you to get rid from suffering. You're making a promise to yourself that you will give yourself a chance to go till the end. That you will reach the conclusion, and only then you can think, is it good for you? It's not good for you. Will you do it further or you won't do it further? So right away, I want to tell you that Vipassana is not a magic pill. It won't fix your problems like that. Vipassana is a really hard work on yourself, moment to moment, literally moment to moment work on yourself. So you must be ready for that. You must go with this mindset that no matter what my mind will tell me, I will stay till the end and I will try it. I will give my best. And then I will decide. So this group now, this January when I went there, was a little bit, unbalanced. And there were lots of fears. And I had nightmares every night. And the dreams were, just like scary dreams. Like my friend, when we got there, my friend actually also ran away. She said, oh my God, the rooms are not closing. It's so scary. Like I said, okay, there is 50 guys there, just scream, they will protect you. And she was, no, like, what if the guys will come? So next day I was dreaming how I'm like ringing the gong and 5 guys are running after me and I can't scream, I can't move. So it's not my fear. I'm not scared of guys. I'm more scared of bears. Some women are more scared of men than of a bear. I would be more scared of a bear. It's not my fear of men attacking me. So every night, some fears like that were in my nightmares. So I was understanding that it's not my fears. It's not my nightmares. I'm just picking up because I'm intuitive and psychic. That's why I'm picking up the energy field which is there. And lots of ladies, they lack discipline. Some lady was talking to herself in the meditation hall when, we must be silent and not talking at all. Ladies were pushing me. There was a construction. Oh my God, the construction, the drilling, the hammering, like a real construction. We were meditating on a construction site. Then I had the experience, so I'm cutting like an orange. Lady takes a knife out of my hand. I'm like washing my dishes. Lady comes to the faucet to fill her water bottle. So things like that was happening all the time. And one would think that it's completely impossible to reach peace or nirvana or even talk about things like that while all this chaos is happening around it. But because of this chaos, I managed to go into a very, very deep experience. I managed to turn all these discomforts into wonderful gains, into the wonderful benefits. And this is what I want to tell you about. So let me begin my story that once I came to North Fork, right, to this land where the retreat is, all of a sudden I start feeling this very interested feeling, just like a longing that I need to volunteer to ring the gong at 4 a.m. to wake up everyone else. Someone needs to volunteer for that. So for whatever reason, I had this pulling, I had this longing, my body just said that this is what you need to do. So my mind started to scream right away like, Olga, are you mad? What are you doing? Are you stupid? What are you dragging us into? Just don't do this. You're gonna mess up with the retreat. You know yourself, you need to sleep 8-9 hours a day. You will be drowsy every day. You're just gonna do yourself a disservice. But somehow deep inside, I knew that this is what needs to be done. So I raised my hand and I volunteered. Little did I know that you need to ring the bell at 4:20, and then at 12:50 p.m. So 4 a.m., 4:20 a.m., and 12:50 p.m. And I was already, oh my God, so I need to wake up, get dressed at 4 a.m. and then go back to sleep and then come back. So my mind was not happy at all. It was racing. It wasn't happy. So the first day, first morning, I woke up, I went out, I rang the bell, I went back, I slept for 15 minutes, I came out, I dressed again, I came out again, I rang the bell again. And you know, when you did it twice already and it's super chilly outside, it's 4 a.m., it's winter, it's cold, so you already woke up. So I didn't want to sleep anymore. So I decided, okay, if you're not sleepy, go drag your ass to Dharma Hall and go meditate at 4:30 as it's written in the timetable. Because other two times I wasn't doing that. Because as I said, I need to sleep 8 to 9 hours a day, and just a drastic change in the timetable. I was sleeping till breakfast, and then I was going through the timetable. So these 2 hours actually were crucial. So my recommendation now, looking back at what I did and how I changed it, make an effort and wake up at 4. If you're at Vipassana, make an effort, wake up at 4 and start meditating at 4:30. These two, don't don't steal these 2 hours of meditation from yourself. Just go and do this. It will plant the seed of discipline in you, and you will gain this firmness in the technique. So from what I see now, it's very important that you actually wake up at 4 a.m. and at 4:30 you're already meditating with everyone in the hall. And when you go in the hall and you see that almost everyone else is in the hall, it also gives you this confidence, this determination, because you must have a very strong determination from day one, from the moment you step into the Vipassana retreat land, that you will do everything what they say, because everything there is written for your benefit. Please understand, this is a non-profit organization. They have nothing from you. The only intention they have is to serve you and that you will get rid from suffering. This is why I continue saying that Vipassana for money is not real Vipassana. You won't have those benefits if you will pay and just gonna go through, through the technique somewhere else. Please, everything which they say is not to punish you, it's not to make you uncomfortable, it's there for a reason. So if you went there, if you're on Vipassana, so please create this determination that you will follow the schedule, you will follow the rules. It will serve you hundreds of times. Maybe from the start you won't understand why these rules are here, why I must follow this timetable. This is all stupid, this is all unnecessary. But if you will finish at least one course, you will understand that every single rule was there for your benefit, that you can quiet your mind, that you can calm your mind. So please, if you are there, just surrender yourself. It will be better for you, 100 times better. So that was the first benefit I reaped. So as I mentioned, all these people were kind of like undisciplined. So for me, I felt like, okay, they throw their piece of discipline on the floor. So I can, okay, you don't want your discipline, I'll take your discipline. I'll be disciplined for both of us, for 3 of us, for 4 of us. So I gained this kind of core, some core strength in me to really go through all the experience as written, step by step. So all this I'm very irritable person. My mind is very irritable. My mind is very dissatisfied. I'm a manifestor. My mind is very angry. Anger comes with a manifestor package. We cannot do anything about it. I accepted it already. But still, that tons. ton of space more to work on it. So on my second day, it was the second day, and the assistant teacher comes to me and she says that once the teacher wants to talk to you about the uh, ringing the bell in the morning. I said, what did I do wrong? I was always on time. I was always waking up. Like, what could be wrong? So the teacher said, oh, like one student is not waking up. Can you please ring the bell next to her door? I say, but the bell is bound to the tree. I can't like move it. Say, okay, try harder. So next morning I tried with all my strength. I tried harder. Now I'm stressing that this lady is not waking up. Part of me is angry because everyone has alarms. So I ask why she's not using an alarm if she's hard of hearing. And the assistant teacher says like she doesn't want to do that. She just wants to wake up from the bell. And I was like, okay, but we're here to get rid of our ego. Why we're feeding her selfishness if now I'm a stressing, I volunteered, but now I'm stressing that she's not waking up. So I was getting really angry. So no one came to me in the day. I thought, okay, everything is now good. But then they came in the evening again and they said she's still not waking up. But when I was walking, she was not even sleeping. Anyway, they said, we're going to give you a small gong. So you will ring the bell for everyone, and then you're gonna go to her door and ring the bell for her. Oh my God. And I just lost it. Obviously I did it, but my mind was so angry. I was just boiling in this anger. That was not good. That was not pretty. And it lasted for the whole day. And the next morning I woke up angry, and I went to ring this bell angry. And I was already like, oh my God, like, what are you doing? How can you like ring the bell with such energy, right? How can you wake up other people to go meditate, to go get enlightened, to go quiet their mind with such angry energy? So when I went at 4:30, after ringing the bell, when I went to meditate, we were already meditating in pagoda. I just couldn't let it go. Honestly, I just couldn't. And I couldn't see it from the other side. Like, why this lady is so selfish? Why I must stress so much? Why I must carry this second bell with me? Because she just refuses to wake up from the alarm. It's very hard for me to let go. So I just called for Buddha, for presence of Buddha. From the bottom of my heart, I said like, Buddha, please come, help me. I'm stupid, I'm ignorant. I just cannot. I cannot let it go. I don't know what to do. I cannot meditate. I cannot calm my mind. Like, please help. And guys, oh my God, this presence, compassionate presence came to this pagoda. I cannot explain you. It's this energy of love, of compassion came, and my heart opened. So I'm sitting there crying, and the thoughts which I received, which came to my mind, were like, be compassionate towards yourself. Why are you so hard on yourself? Like, how can you find compassion for others if you're not compassionate for yourself? And that was the start of my lessons there. Obviously, I'm crying, my heart is open, and I saw this. I don't know how to say it. I saw myself from the different side. I saw how to be compassionate towards myself. That it's okay that I was angry for a moment. Just be with you, sit with yourself, hold the space for yourself. Anyway, that was very beautiful experience, and that helped me a lot. This really inside, let's say it's inside, to be compassionate towards myself first. So obviously I enjoyed this experience. It feels so good, like the presence of love next to me, light. I feel like, like in motherly embrace. And next time I'm meditating in pagoda, I'm like, okay, now Archangel Michael, come please sit with me, hold the space for me, etc., etc. And again, oh my god, that was weird. That was like, I'm an energy healer. I feel energies, and I'm psychic. I feel all the energies. But that moment, like all the energy I could feel, like even from the plant, from bird, from tree, from sun, from earth. Some energies you also feel, guys. Some of you more, some of you less, but everyone can feel energy. Like now imagine like all the energy disappeared. I never felt so alone in my life. Like it was nothing. Like it was just me. And I understood, so okay, now no one will come help you. Now it's your time to meditate. Moment to moment, it's your time to work on yourself. No one will come help you open your heart, calm your mind. Now it's all on you. And I started to work on myself. After a realization that no one is here to help me, it's only on me, I started to work on myself. And I must tell you, I've never worked on myself as hard as I did this Vipassana sitting. I was literally working on my mind moment to moment. So the mind is hectic, right? It's agitated, it's in chaos. So I'm meditating. Inhale, no thoughts, exhale, again back to chaos. Inhale, no thoughts, exhale, back to chaos. So I'm inhaling, no thoughts, exhaling, thoughts, thousands of thoughts came back, and I'm like, okay, I'm now compassionate towards myself. I'm not like, why all these thoughts are here? Can't you stop thinking? What's wrong with you? I was like, okay, let's try again. Inhale, no thoughts, exhale, thoughts. Okay, let's try again. And literally like that, second to second, I was bringing myself back to awareness. Bringing myself back to awareness again and again, over and over again. Then inhale, exhale, no thoughts. Then 2 breaths, no thoughts. Then 1 minute, 5 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes. I managed to calm my mind so much. I could sit the whole hour with no thoughts. For me, even this for me is such a great deal, is such a great benefit, because my mind is crazy. I have a defined ajna. Who's familiar with human design, you know what I mean. Millions of thoughts in my head. So this was very beautiful. Then, as I mentioned, that we were meditating kind of on the construction side because they were drilling and hammering. And my mind is very dissatisfied, very irritable. So I get really quickly irritated and frustrated in everyday life. But there I took those challenges as an opportunities to grow in this equanimity, to grow in calmness, to grow in tranquility. And I must say, every time, because my mind was already so quiet, every time something happened, someone pushed me, or I don't know, someone started drilling, I was bringing myself back. Okay, let's start again, let's start again. And I was removing the thoughts, only sensations are there in my body. And once the mind is quiet, it's very easy to observe. It's much easier. Okay, it's not very easy, it will never be easy, but it's much easier to observe sensations. Doesn't matter how strong they are. So I was just observing, okay, irritation arose in my chest. Let's just see how long it lasts, and it goes away. And like that, I was practicing with every challenge which was arising. I was taking this as a blessing, as an opportunity to just observe the sensations without reacting, with equanimity. And this is how my equanimity and awareness strengthened so much. Oh my God, so much. And I was honestly so proud of myself that I went through that, and that I came out victorious. At least for that 10 days, I wasn't reacting to outside circumstances, to outside irritations. Because again, Vipassana won't provide you peaceful environment that you can meditate harmoniously and peacefully. Vipassana will teach you how, despite all of this outside noise, how despite all this outside chaos and challenges, you can remain peaceful and tranquil inside. This is the teaching of Vipassana. The Vipassana won't take away the challenges of your everyday life, but it will teach you how not to suffer from them, how be in peace, first of all, in your mind. Sensations will come and go all the time. To reach that state of total dissolution of the body, like permanent dissolution of the body, please don't fool yourself, it will take time. I reached it on my second Vipassana for half an hour. It's a very powerful state. Well, I didn't feel a single molecule in my body. I was just sitting meditating, and all of a sudden, like, hands disappear. Well, I'm obviously with closed eyes, so it feels like hands disappear, my body disappear. I was so scared. It actually pretty scary for the first time. And I was scared to open my eyes. What if I really disappear? Because I couldn't feel anything. If you close your eyes here and there, you will feel your body somehow. But there is nothing like vacuum, like just vacuum next to you. But to reach it permanently, it will take time. So sensations on your body will come and they will go, and the states will change, but your mind will remain balanced and calm despite the changes. This is what Vipassana is teaching. So I really hope that you go into Vipassana with no false expectations, that you go there already understanding what you can get from it, what is the end goal, why you go in there. Because this why, if you understand the why, it will carry you through all the challenges you might face there. Even if the construction will be over soon and you're already there with no construction, somebody will be coughing, somebody will be sneezing, somebody will be scratching. There are gonna be discomforts. It's 100 people there next to you. They walk in, okay, they don't look at you, they don't talk to you, but they are there. So discomforts will be there. And just use them as an opportunity for your growth, as an opportunity to more deeper calm your mind, to deepen your equanimity, to deepen your awareness. Because Vipassana is about equanimity and awareness. Be aware of your sensation and stay equanimous. And Goenka, on all his lectures, will tell you this again and again and again and again. But it comes into one ear and goes into another ear, because mind is unbalanced, mind is chaotic, mind doesn't even, it listens but it does not hear. So for me to really, really understand what this awareness and equanimity means, to really grasp how important it is, and to really see clearly that it's all that matters, took 3 sittings, took 3 years, well, 2 years. It's my 3rd year only starting. So, and took meditation every day, and only now, this January, I got it. So be compassionate toward yourself, don't be hard on yourself, but also be determined to stay and to work on yourself. Sooner or later, hopefully you will get it sooner than I did, but sooner or later you will get it, you will see it. And only if you will see it clearly. If someone is telling you this, if you're listening to me now, if you will listen to Goenka or to your teacher, if it's not from within, if you're not living this truth, if you're not experiencing this truth, it's just going to come into one ear and leave the other ear. So keep yourself there, have the determination that I will reach the state of clarity when I will clearly understand, what is this Vipassana? Why am I doing this? Do I really need to do this? And on this 3rd time, I really received this strong determination to walk this path. How long it will take? Till the end of my life, maybe next life, multiple other lives, But this is the determination I have now to walk this path step by step, moment to moment. And I already see wonderful results. Like my mind remains calm. Obviously, once you come back, even that challenges which you were facing at Vipassana are not even closely compared to the challenges you will face here once you get home. But still, like my emotions, they're so strong. My sensations in the body are so strong. Like I feel this discomfort in my body so strongly, but my mind remains calm and tranquil. It's like, like there are no clouds in my head. Like it's clarity, like it's sun is shining there. And this is such a great way to live your life, that you can look clearly on the situations you are in. Also, like small changes. Of course, I just came back from Vipassana. It's been actually a week. Yeah. So it's only a week, and pretty much I'm at home all the time. But small changes you start seeing, right? When I was, for example, irritable, like all the people irritated me. If they come in contact with me, just why you won't leave me alone? I'm a manifestor. If you're a manifestor, no other manifestors, we are wired this way. There's nothing I can do about it. I just need, first stage is acceptance. So at least I'm in an acceptance stage. And I could be rude, or not even rude, but I will be in my head, and these people think I look at them in an angry way, etc., etc. It leads to some other situations when I'm not even paying attention to them. So yeah, I had all of these weird situations in my life, but now that I'm aware of my surroundings, so I'm smiling more, I'm more positive, and like people, I can see that people start giving. I'm only giving them the energy of compassion and positivity, and they already giving me back. Like we were in what do you call it, Chipotle, not Chipotle, Panda Express recently. So this guy like, oh, do you want a sauce? And we were like, I don't know, just maybe this sweet and sour. Say, oh, I will give you all the sauces. So he gave us whole bunch, maybe 50 sauces. I know it's very relevant in a big scheme of things, but these small moments where you can see the change happening, because if you start noticing the small moments, then the big change will not be such a, big surprise, how to say. It will be like a norm. It will be normal that this is how things should be. So yeah, I'm seeing a lot of positive changes. And when I came out from Vipassana, I had like messages from the clients who I already forgot, who were like working with me in the past, so they came back. It's interesting to watch how everything now unfolds. So these were my biggest lessons, which are the essential lessons in Vipassana: awareness and equanimity, and how to calm your mind and how to observe yourself equanimously without reacting. Oh my God, without reacting, if I can stay with this for as long as I can, this is going to be the biggest win ever in my life. Okay, I will leave you with one funny story. So it was already Vipassana, the 20th of January, the inauguration day, right? And so it's already Vipassana is taught on the fourth day, it's our fifth day. And we're already in Aditan. It's when the strong determination when you are not moving, you must sit 1 hour without movement. So we're meditating in a Dhamma hall, all 100 people, 50 ladies, 50 guys. No one is moving for this hour, everyone is meditating. And the wind starts. And it starts growing and growing and growing. And oh my God, it was a whole hurricane wind. It was so strong. The shoes outside were flying, the water bottles were flying, even like the benches were flying, the windows were trembling, doors were trembling. but we all sit, quietly, calmly meditating. And I realized that this is the 20th. It's just like hurricane wind of change, the change of president. So this hurricane wind went through the premises, right, through the land. And once we went out, the wind was gone. It was back to clear sky, sunshine, and zero wind. Was the only time the wind was there. All other time there was zero wind. So that was very interesting to observe. You see, when you in Vipassana, when you calm your mind, when you're so tranquil, you start to notice these little things. And okay, again, Vipassana does not teach us to evaluate. We must take one. So the wind was the wind. The wind was of change. Change for the better, change for the worse. We are not evaluating that. So it was just interesting to observe. And my last words will be, if you feel the call, go there. Because I went through so many spiritual practices. I went through so many spiritual teachings. Ferdada in Santodaime Church. I'm a Jinkies guy. I study human design, light body. I forgot the word. Like building your light body, all the energy healing techniques. And I've been to so many spiritual communities, and all spiritual communities there are not like, that's not real spirituality. It's commercial spirituality. And I mean, the only place where I found the true, pure spirituality, where I found the open heart, people who truly wants you to get rid of suffering, not gaining anything back, just from the bottom of their heart, they want you to be happy, to be peaceful, to be harmonious. That's there on Vipassana. So if you have a calling, if you even have a thought, just go, just try it for yourself. Please don't run away. 100% I'm telling you, the mind will tell you a story to run away, because you're sitting for the first 3 days just observing the tip of your nose, nothing else. You're just observing the tip of your nose. I don't know a single mind which will tell that this is okay, I enjoy it, and but you need to go through that step, because that will help you to calm your mind, to sharpen your mind, and then you can work with the Vipassana. So please, if you feel a call, go there, try it, set a strong determination that you will go till the end. And only then decide, is it good for you? Or maybe in the next lifetime, but at least plant the seed. At least plant the seed that you can come out from the suffering. Because suffering is suffering, and suffering is everywhere. And it's only up to us. Do we suppress it? Do we express it? Or do we simply observe it? So be happy. I wish you all the best on your path. And I hope this video clarifies some things, inspired you. And again, please watch my first videos about Vipassana. There I'm still not a mature Vipassana meditator, but those insights are valuable. And there I give them step-by-step instruction how to subscribe, I wanted to say, how to get there, that they can accept you. And yeah, hope you found this video helpful, and I wish you a beautiful week full of abundance, love, and joy. With love and gratitude. Your Lakshmi.